Hello everyone, Ryan here from Nerds4hire, and today I'll be talking a little bit about the Kobo eReader. The Kobo eReader is another e-reader in the long list of e-readers currently available, such as the Kindle, the ebook from Sony, and the Barnes & Noble Nook. This particular device is a 6-inch version of an e-reader. It's approximately 10 millimeters thick. It weighs 221 grams. Internally it comes with 1 gig of memory, and that'll hold about 1,000 books. You can expand that up to 4 gigs of memory using the SD slot in the top of the ebook, the e-reader. It's also got a mini USB port at the bottom for you to connect it to your computer to charge or to transfer titles. The e-readers that are out there use a technology called e-ink, which basically what it does is it draws an image on the screen and then it shuts the power off. Therefore, it doesn't require power when you're actually viewing the image. The benefits of this is that you get a longer battery life. So this device can last on one charge. It can last about 10,000 page turns or 2 weeks approximately. To compare it to like an iPad, which also boasts that it's an ebook as well, an e-reader as well, you can only get about 10 hours of battery life out of an iPad. The other downside of using an iPad to read ebooks is that you can't do it in any kind of bright light, because the iPad actually projects its own light from the LCD screen. The e-readers do not require a backlight. They require external light, so like you need an overhead light, or you can read this in the sun. There are other e-readers out there that have a backlight that you can turn on and off, but the Kobo, this version of the Kobo currently doesn't. The Kobo e-reader, this version has a Wi-Fi, has built-in Wi-Fi, so for you to do some online shopping. It doesn't support 3G, however. So if you want to purchase any titles, you have to do it either by connecting it to your computer or connecting to a wireless network and downloading the books that way. So what I'll do now is I'm going to get into some of the menus here so you can see how it navigates. So right now you can actually see that it's off, and that's an interesting thing, because it doesn't actually show, it actually shows an image on the screen when it's powered off, because it doesn't require power to draw the image. So I'm going to turn it on right now. So what it'll do is when it turns on, it actually goes to like a home screen, and it'll display the last books you're reading. Let's wait till it loads up. Okay, so I've just been testing this for a few days, so I clicked on Aesop's Fables, and I haven't started reading it, but I've also read some of the e-reader user guide. You can see it actually keeps track of how much you've read. So it says I've read 63% of the user guide, and I've only read about 1% of Aesop's Fables because I haven't actually gone through the book itself. At the top of the main menu, you can see it has different categories for you to browse through. It's got books, news, but I don't have any news and magazines, so that's why it's jumping right over that. To navigate, it's got a soft directional pad down here at the bottom. It's got no keyboard like the Kindle does. It's got up and down, left and right, and the middle button is to execute. So let's go online, and I'll show you how the online store works. So it automatically tries to connect you to Wi-Fi, so you have to turn it on. And one thing I guess they could improve on is it says it's scanning for wireless networks, and it should just jump on any of the known networks that you have in your list automatically. I only have one, and it obviously sees it, so I can just click on that to get connected to it. It should just do that automatically, in my opinion. So I'm going to click on Join Network. Remember, I clicked on the store, so it'll take me straight to the store once we get connected here. Okay, so the very first page that comes up is it lists the new releases, and you can see a couple of them here. There's also popular categories you can browse through at the bottom. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to actually search for a title and what that involves. See, sometimes it's a little bit delayed and you might end up clicking on certain things twice. Okay, so this is the one thing that I kind of don't like, because you don't have a keyboard to physically press. You actually have to navigate with this directional pad through the letters to type out what you want to look for. So I'm going to do a search for Stephen Hawking. I'm just going to spell his last name. Okay, so it found a couple other authors with the last name Hawk, and then you can see there's Stephen Hawking down at the bottom there, well, second to the bottom. So the pricing is pretty comparable to the Kindle prices and the other e-readers that are out there. What I'll show you now is I'm going to actually go into one of the books. So you can either go straight back to the home page from here, you can or you can click the back button to go to the previous screen. So I'm just going to go to the home page. There you go. And I'm going to go into the book and I'm going to show you what the print looks like. So go to the user guide. Okay, so you can see the print's pretty small to begin with, but that's easily fixed. If you just push up on the actual directional pad, with each iteration it changes the size. So you can see it's getting larger. So even if you have problems with your eyesight, you can adjust the size of the font. You can also adjust the character of the font to something that's more legible for you. Just go through the book pages. You can go through the pages by pressing the directional pad, obviously. You can also press the back button to go to the previous page as well. Actually, no, the back button brings you back to the home screen. Sorry about that. The directional pad is what you'll use back and forth to go between books. So, and to turn it off, it's just the power button here at the top. And once it's off, that blue light will disappear. And it'll display the last book you were reading, the cover of the last book you're reading. So that's basically it. I mean, other than that, the back is made out of like a quilted material. It's rubberized. It's not actually rubber. It just has a rubbery texture to it. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, this is available from Chapters Indigo for $150. You get 100 titles with it, and currently a coupon for 2 bestsellers right now. Once again, my name is Ryan Winsborough for Nerds4hire, and thank you for watching our YouTube channel. This has been the review of the Kobo e-reader. Thank you.